Wow. I gotta give young Blackjack some balls for tackling this type of controversial topic in an episode. Like, wow. Of all things I never expected to see in young Blackjack, it was that. Of all things. Like, wars and stuff, I'm used to, but, you know, the civil rights movement in the 60s, wow. Wow. So, this episode is set and takes place in America, Chicago. And we're in the middle of a civil rights movement to where after the aftermath of Martin Luther King Jr. and his assassination. And right now they're in the time of violence. And you have it to where Johnny, one of our main characters of this arc, which is going to be carrying over to next week's episode, he has something wrong with him. He cannot feel pain. And he wasn't born with a condition to where he cannot feel pain. I've heard about this condition before, but I don't know the exact full name, and I can't even begin to pronounce the name, so I'm not even going to try it. But I've heard about this condition before, of how someone's born and they can't really feel pain. Actually, something very similar to this happens in Kara no Kyokai, which is kind of crazy, by the way, because I just finished that series just recently. But back on topic, though, Johnny, he cannot feel pain, and you had it to where Hosma, he thought that Johnny was born with a condition to where he couldn't feel pain since his very beginning, like, beginning of his, life. And we kind of find out sometime when he hit into adulthood, it made it to where he could no longer feel pain. We don't know the exact reason or cause of why he cannot feel pain, but we do know that it isn't something that he was born with, so it might be treatable. So Hosma takes the time to say, like, I want to try to fix your body. So this is a perfect opportunity for young Blackjack to set up a failure for Hosma, because if Hosma pulls out some form of cure for Johnny's body out of nowhere when these other doctors might not have been able to do it, I don't know how to feel about that, because, I mean, this is the 60s. I'm assuming this takes place somewhere in, like, the 60s. And with this, though, it makes you wonder, like, is it really that possible or that easy to find some form of fix for Johnny when he might have already went to the doctors to begin with? Because, I mean, if you can't feel and you have numbness on your body or your upper right half of your body, you're probably going to go to the doctor. I mean, let's face the actual facts here. I mean, if you can't feel your fucking hand and you see your hand on your body, you're like, okay, so I can move my hand, but I can't feel my hand. Most likely the logical outcome, majority of people would go to the doctor. So when you think about it like that, you're like, obviously he's had to go to the doctor, so, I mean, if the other doctors have tried to check him out, then I wonder if, they've said their piece on it. Like, did they say, like, he might have been born with it? Did Johnny actually tell them the truth? Has Johnny been hiding it? There's a lot of questions I have about that, but for now, though, this is a perfect opportunity for Hosma to be set up to fail for some character development. So I'm looking forward to seeing if that does happen for next week's episode. Back on to other things, though. The arm. Oh my god, the fucking arm of Johnny's when he got bent around. That was brutal. Holy shit, that was brutal. Like, ow, just, ow. The fucking arm. Did you see the fucking arm? It was completely around. Dude, that's some nightmare fuel. That was some nightmare fuel with that arm, dude. That arm, the bone. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Just imagine if you did something, like you're trying to save someone, and after you save someone, and they got shot, but they get saved, and then all of a sudden a doctor looks at you like, hey, are you sure you're okay? And you look down, and you see your fucking arm bent out of place. It's like this. How the fuck? Oh my god. Just imagine what your reaction would be if you saw your arm look like that. And I mean, when I saw that scene in this episode, I assumed it was adrenaline, because when adrenaline gets pumping and you have, all these chemicals rushing through your body when, a major moment is happening to where your life is on the line or someone else's life is on the line, and you have, just like I said, adrenaline, usually you might not feel pain at that moment. Like, you won't feel the pain if you get shot or if you get, like, a finger cut off or something. You won't feel it until you actually look at it and notice it. And it was really strange on how Johnny didn't really react that much to it, but it could have been because of, adrenaline and other things going on. So I feel like that's kind of why Hosma didn't really understand what was going on, or, like, why he didn't peg it as, like, something was wrong with him at that moment, because, I mean, he's a doctor, and he realizes when stuff's going on to where you're trying to save someone's life, you usually don't really feel nothing at that moment. So, pretty cool episode, the way to demonstrate, you know, how Johnny is a little bit different with his body, and how his body needs to be fixed, and I also like the theme of this episode. It's very different from normal anime I have seen, and I give props to young Blackjack for taking the balls to tackle something very controversial in this episode. So yeah, young Blackjack. That's my clap to you. So yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. How do you all feel about this week's episode of Young Blackjack? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.